Anthony was letting us in on his Christmas plans just before he went on the air.
Yes.
And I told Anthony he has to write a book because there's a lot of people, obviously, in relationships out there. They're married, obviously. And, holidays, you have to kind of decide whose house you're going to go to.
Like, yeah, what you going to do.
Like, in my case, I'm going to hang with the Philly crew this Christmas.
Yeah.
And my girl, she hung out with my family for Thanksgiving. You know the deal. This is what you have to decide every year if you're in a relationship. Well, Anthony, we found out about a week ago, is flying out to Colorado.
Yeah, I'm going out to Colorado to go out with I'm going out there with my girlfriend to see her sister and her husband. Buddy played on one of our softball games.
Sure.
Great guy. Have a blast with him. I love her sister Jen. Great girl.
Sister Jen?
Yeah, I know. I've got over the name. Yeah, I've gotten over the name. Don't believe me.
Do you have a little nickname for her, just so you don't have to call her by her name?
Hey, that's odd. I really don't remember saying the name that much, so I guess
I imagine you wouldn't, man.
I just go like, hey. But the truth of the matter is, it's no reflection on them, but I'm not a big a kid person.
Right.
Now, they have beautiful children.
How many?
3 boys.
What ages?
They're I guess let me do the math right. They moved out. It's sort of and don't crucify me if I get this wrong, okay?
Oh,
for the love of God.
Who's going to crucify you?
Them. I would guess something around 2, 4, and 6.
They're probably
somewhere around there.
They're probably 12, 14, and 16.
7.
You're just
7,
not paying attention.
8, 6, and 4. Look, they're little kids.
All right, they're in that age. They're all under 10.
Yeah,
okay.
All under 10. And I'm not a good guest at people's house guy. Not because I'm bad or the house people at the house are bad or anything. It's just I'm not that guy. I can't stay at other people's houses.
Well, this is why
I'm a hotel guy.
Well, let me set this up. This is why you have to write a book and explain how you're able to get this done for other people out there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, when I found out we were going to Colorado, I'm happy to see everybody, but I don't like going out there because, first of all, it's Grand Junction, Colorado. It is a pain in the ass to get to. You got to fly either Denver or Salt Lake and then take a little turboprop jet over the Rocky Mountains. This was the flight where I took the last time I went that I thought we were dead. I swear to you, it not even like one of those, wow, that was some heavy turbulence. I really thought we were dead. I had a Pez dispenser with Xanax in it, and I was just like whap, whap, popping them. It was horrible.
What was the problem?
Dude, the plane was flying sideways, and I crap you not. It was at a point where I was looking out where the pilot should have been looking. My side window was now the front windshield of the plane. It was twisting around sideways and dropping up and down and rolling. Like, it was on every axis. There was such updrafts coming from the Rockies on this little piece of crap plane that it was just bouncing like you couldn't believe. They apologized after the flight. Thank you.
Did they at least come on and explain some stuff to you?
Nothing. Those pilots were white-knuckled. I know they were.
You think they were scared?
They were working.
Yeah, but they fly that route all the time. They know the updrafts.
But they were working. You ever drive home and it's an ice storm and it's windy and you got to really kind of concentrate? It's not just that one-handed drive home. You're used to the roads. You've done it 1,000 times. But you're like, you got to watch out for other cars. All right, I'm coming up to a curve. This is really slippery. But no brakes. Don't accelerate around this.
You mean you're thinking? You're not trying to find a song on the radio?
No, exactly. The pilots weren't. They were working.
Or watch a movie on your
completely sideways.
Oh yeah.
All I can think of is that plane tilting.
Yeah. It was sliding. You get this slip sideways, and I was like, "Whoa, we're going sideways." That is just amazing. Because the headwind coming from the other direction, the pilot has to turn into it, and then you're just going, you're going sideways.
Nice.
Oh, it's ridiculous. So that I have to deal with, which I really didn't want to deal with. I wanted to fly into Salt Lake City and then fly back to Grand Junction, so you're kind of over flat desert kind of area instead of Denver and then fly down.
So you're not going over the Rockies this year?
No, I am. I have no other choice.
So right now you're already freaking out.
Yeah, I'm not happy about the transportation.
Why didn't you go the other way?
Because there were no flights available. I put Kenny on it. He checked every single thing. There was no way to go through Salt Lake City. Because I waited so long because I didn't want to go.
Right. All right,
So,
get to your
my own
story. Get
fault.
to your story.
So, I'm supposed to stay at the house with everybody, and my girlfriend and her sister's mother is there. It's been there for quite a while, and she talks a lot. She talks a lot.
About what?
I don't know, but she talks a lot during movies.
During movies?
Yeah. And my girlfriend says, Mom, shut up. Like, she'll be blunt with her. Just quiet. And
So your girl realizes she talks too much.
oh, yeah.
All right, so
yeah.
it's kind of a known thing.
Yeah.
When did you start with the movies? When did you first watching a movie and she started chit-chatting?
The first night I met her.
What movie was it? I'm sure it was an easy movie to follow.
It was an episode of The X-Files.
Oh, okay.
Years ago.
Oh, all right.
And we're just sitting there in the living room, and then a conversation sparked up.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to be polite, but I'm like, I'm watching the friggin' X-Files here.
I got to concentrate a little bit.
I just, what? And then, my girlfriend would tell her to be quiet, and then that'll work for like a minute. And then, hey, how you doing? How's that work going?
Well, she's small talking?
Small talk.
Not even talk about the movie that's being watched?
Small talk! It's driving me batty.
Oh God.
Driving me batty.
So she's out there.
She's out there. The
Your girl's
kids,
sister,
and the
husband,
kids who dropping into the bedroom when you're asleep and crawling up on the bed and then getting on their hands and knees right over your face until you wake up. So it's like a horror movie. If I opened my eyes and saw a kid's face 2 inches away from my head,
right?
They'd be flying me back in the cargo hold in a wooden box.
Yeah, that would be.
I'd die right there.
Wait, so they warned you that the kids like to crawl in bed with you?
Yeah, because my girlfriend went out there like a couple of months ago by herself. Mm-hmm. And she goes, "Oh, it was such a great time. The boys just like to, 3 a.m, they're jumping on the bed and coming into the bedroom and saying hi." Oh, really? Are they? Somehow that's not adorable to me. Especially during my vacation.
Can't you just lock the door?
No.
Why?
Because then they
start pounding?
They start banging on the door.
Would that annoy you?
Dude, you can't even imagine how annoyed I'd be.
So you wouldn't even be able to deal with it on any level whatsoever?
On any level. And this is like...
But they're family.
I understand.
I know you're not married.
That's why I'm
this is family to you.
Exactly. That's why I'm going out.
Kids.
That's why I'm going out there. But there's a certain line between visiting family and being tortured during your vacation. So, I am staying at a hotel. I am staying at a hotel very close to the house.
Can I stop for a second?
Yes.
At that moment, a lot of people just looked at their radios and either said, "You lucky son of a bitch," or "How the F did he get that done?"
Right.
You're staying at a hotel.
Yes.
And your girl's staying with her sister and the family at the house.
The whole time. Well, that's what she wants.
How far is the hotel?
That's what she wants to do. The hotel's probably 5 minutes away at most. It's very close.
So you're barely going to be hanging out with them.
No, I will be. I just won't be sleeping there. I'll stay there on like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, things like that. But if I need to get out,
yeah,
I am going to go to the hotel.
That's
I have a little escape pod. And I do plan on renting a ridiculous sports car just to drive around.
But you know, these kids are going to wonder where Uncle Anthony is.
I know Uncle Anthony's at the hotel, and he'll be here at some point. And I'll play with them. It'll be fun. I'll play. It'll be great. But then I don't have to get woken up at 3 a.m. I'm on vacation.
Just throw money at him.
That's what I'll do.
And then you'll be able to stay at the hotel as long as you want.
The little rug rattle be on your chest. That sounds like fun. You'll wake up and Uncle Anthony and you'll go, "Ah, little tyke."
Shut up. It doesn't sound like fun.
It does.
It's one of my nightmares.
I'm amazed you got this done.
Yes. It is an amazing story of how I got it done.
No, he's afraid that what's going to happen is the kids are going to see him sleepwalking and then say, "How come Uncle Anthony stands in the living room in his underpants and salutes? Why is he hailing a cab alone in the living room?"
How'd you get this done?
Well,
Did you have to kind of like carefully bring it up?
It was a negotiation.
Really?
Yeah, and it was deemed that it's fair to me during my vacation, which I need to wind down. You know how this show is. It's just nonstop the whole time. So I need time to relax and wind down. If I come back from a vacation and I have not vacationed, I've spent it like up, not sleeping, nerve rattled, I'm going to come back here a mess. So, that's part of it. I have to have a getaway. So I just picture me and Buddy will be at the hotel bar and then watching movies.
Oh, he's loving it.
Yeah.
Because he's got the great excuse. Well, I'm going to go check out Anthony at the hotel.
Because let me tell you something. I don't think Buddy's too fond of Mom's conversations either. I don't think...
Dude, get double beds. He'll end up sleeping there.
I don't think, some of the conversations that pop up are as entertaining as maybe the movies you want to watch.
Why, has Buddy indicated that?
He could have said something in a passing text.
Or maybe when you guys are drinking, you're just discussing...
Don't blow up his spot.
For hours.
Don't blow up his spot.
Hours.
Don't blow up his spot. That's not cool.
No, I'm not blowing up his spot. Believe me. Believe me. Oh, yeah. So I have to go out to Colorado, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be staying at a hotel for most of the time. But
down the road from where the Christmas holiday
daytime
celebrations will be happening.
I think it's going to be better for everybody because daytime I'll come over, I'll be all chipper and fun and in a good mood. I'll play with the kids.
Yeah, but daytime for you
out.
starts at like 3 p.m.
Exactly. So it's going to last a couple hours and boom, back to the hotel.
And you're talking about 3 kids under 10, so then they're ready for bed around 7 or 8. You're going to be spending 4 hours with these kids tops.
Couple of days, Christmas Eve, I'm there.
And I guarantee, knowing you, a couple of those days you're not even going to show up at the house.
If I got the cold rag on my head, it means I had a rough night. I might have to do a phone call.
Oh, my God, you rock. You got to write a book. That's almost impossible to get done.
Yeah, I know. Really.
Can I ask, like, when it first came up, did she say, we'll go, we'll stay there, and you went, I don't know, maybe we should stay at a hotel, and she went, no, we can't. How did that first get?
What's the negotiations about?
She said, she goes, I'm not staying at a hotel because I want to, I'm going out there to see my sister and the boys and everybody. I'm staying there. I'm like, oh. Uh-huh. And then my wheels had to start spinning, and I had to, kind of... I had to put the point across that although I'm very fond of everybody, I can't be in that situation during my vacation time. And it's nothing, I never want to be a bad guy either. I never want to come off as the bad guy. So it's very hard for me to tell people that, look, I appreciate your hospitality, but I can't stay in a house with 3 young children like that.
And a mother-in-law that
and the yapping mother-in-law without, a place to go.
You get up at 4 a.m, and it's like when you're off, you would like to sleep in. It's a very rare treat.
Ho exactly.
So what was the
Correctamundo.
What was the negotiation like?
The negotiation
Where was the turning point?
It's that it would be more fair
For everybody involved?
For everyone involved. If I stayed at a hotel.
Was it an argument?
No, it wasn't an argument. It was a discussion.
Cool.
It was discussed.
Was cold, hard cash involved?
No, there was no cash transaction involved in this discussion.
No, like a little gift?
No gift.
No.
This was just a straightforward discussion. And
God bless you, man.
now I'm staying in a hotel.
All right. And that's how we start today. That's
Yeah.
so you're looking forward to your week off.
Yeah, because now, see, I was dreading. That's another thing that came into the discussion. I said, look, I'll be honest with you. I'm dreading this. I'm dreading everything from getting on the flight to being there and not being vacationing, being awakened at all hours, screaming kids. I can't watch a movie. The mother-in-law wants to know what size shoes I'm wearing.
Did she ever ask you that?
I don't know, but it's just something else equally as inane.
But is it at good times in the movies? Or like, is she like aware that you're watching?
Dude, it is like a turning point in a movie. It's Michael Corleone ready to shoot McCluskey.
And then what happens?
And then it's just, hey, did I tell you about the time back in 1967 when Jen did this? Or so, like, well, she wasn't born in 67.
Whatever, I got you.
I want to make people older than they are.
Does it bug you, though? Have you ever wanted
Bugs
to say,
me.
shut up?
Yeah. I have honestly wanted to say, could you shut up? I'm watching this movie. Could you shut up?
What?
For 2 lousy minutes.
Are you watching the same movie I'm watching? Because this part is integral to the plot line of the movie. Could you shut up?
You got to phrase it like this. For the love of God, will you shut up? 30 seconds.
Is she one of these talkers where she'll ask you something and you start to answer her, but she's already on to the next thing? Or does she?
That'll happen.
Or is she at least a good listener?
That'll happen.
I hate those people.
And then there's the conversation, like if there's a few people in the room, the conversation will start up. I will stay fixated on the TV. Don't turn your eyes. Don't turn your eyes. Because if you turn your eyes and make eye contact, all of a sudden you're in the conversation. And I'm just like, but I'm hearing the conversation, and the fact that I don't want to get into the conversations is distracting me from the movie in itself.
Well,
in and of itself.
Well, it's a full-time job just to stay out of the conversation.
Exactly.
I get you.
Do it like Keith. Keith Robinson is the greatest way of doing this. He's the most obnoxious pig on the planet. But if someone is talking at the table, he won't address the person. He'll actually look at, like, they just go, shut her up. Shut her up, or I will. And, like, the person doesn't really know that Keith is talking about, but it's so obnoxious.
Oh,
like,
that's a good one.
I've been talking to somebody, and he'll be behind just going, for the love of God, will you shut her up? And, like, they'll look around a little bit uncomfortably.
It's like, it can't be me
Nobody
he's
thinks that
talking
they're being
about.
spoken about like that.
Oh. Wow. All right.
Yep.
Well, good luck to you. Sounds like it's going to be an adventure
Yeah.
between the flight over the Rockies.
Yeah, that I just gotta hope for good weather. I'm like, it's like I'm going west in the 1800s.
Are you?
I'm hoping for good weather.
Well, it's early winter. You know, I'm sure there's not much wind going on out there at this time of year.
And I looked at the temperature because I have it on my iPhone. As a matter of fact, let me just to finish this up. Let me look at the temperature right now in Grand Junction. Because I have it. I have it right here on my iPhone.
Why would anyone move to Grand Junction?
Hey, it's 15 degrees.
Is that the wind chill?
No, that's the temperature. That's the temperature. And you know how I enjoy the cold weather. Oh, I'm a big fan of the cold weather. And the whole week.
I'm getting a feeling that you really don't want to do this trip.
13 degrees. I'm just, if they lived in the area, I wouldn't mind it at all. I'd be there all the time.
Why don't you do separate holidays this year?
No, I can't do that. Slow down. I got the hotel, okay? Slow down.
You got a cool chick. She would understand.
Yeah.
Separate holidays.
I don't think that's going to...
Last minute separate holidays.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Why? Bring your pal talk and you'll be there in spirit.
I did.
They could put a pal talk screen where you would be sitting at the table, and there you are.
It ain't going to happen.
You can even eat the same meal from the comfort of your warm mansion.
You're an ass.
How funny would that be, man?
So start talking.